back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jacob Cast 2024 playing NBA 2K17 MyCareer on the PS5. This is Game 4 in the playoffs, taking on the Boston Celtics. We're hoping we go for the sweep. Game's gonna be pretty tight, pretty close. Haven't really blow out yet. But hit that like button, leave a comment, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. Let me know in the comment section below if y'all want to see more. My video is sponsored by PlayStation. It's sponsored by Chris Move and some other YouTuber that I know of. This will be a 30-minute video. We'll see what happens in the video. If it's gonna be a cutscene or if I can unlock a new badge. I haven't unlocked a new badge in a while. I unlocked a lot, but I haven't unlocked that many. But yeah. I'm curious who's gonna be who I got face around to. Alright. Here we go. What? I didn't even miss that. He still made that. Okay. Why is it play so damn long? There we go. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on a second. Very sorry about that. Had to check my notes here. Making sure I didn't miss anything. I think I'll show y'all the news and rumors from Chris Move and some other YouTubers about what's going on in the NBA right now. I'll show that. There's some more trades that I want to show y'all, but hold on. I'll wait till I get to the third quarter. Only a 5-point game. It's hard to get the guy hurt. What the? Jeez, man. Why am I on the bench for that? Alright, only up by 10 points. Okay. Well, I'm gonna turn down the volume. Does that even matter? Might as well show y'all the news and rumors.
Cooper Flag is the first pick in the NBA draft selected by the Dallas Mavericks. There's a lot of conspiracies out there. After Luka Doncic got traded, all of a sudden the Mavs got the first pick. I've seen a lot of people complaining ever since that happened. Mavs fans, how are we feeling about this? And everybody else, what are your thoughts? The second pick in the draft, San Antonio Spurs, they're going to take Dylan Harper, 6'6" guard. We don't know if the Spurs are going to keep him or trade him. They have a lot of options. There's rumors, all of these superstar players out there. Maybe a Giannis could be possible. That would be some cheese. So we'll just have to wait and see. With the number 3 pick, the Philadelphia 76ers select B.J. Edgecombe. He's a 6'4" guard, and the Sixers, where do they even begin? They're coming off a disastrous season. They need all the help they can get. The Charlotte Hornets have the 4th pick. They're going to select Con Knipple, and that is the teammate of Cooper Flag. He's 6'5". He averaged 14 points per game. He was shooting 40% from three. With the fifth pick, the Utah Jazz, they select Ace Bailey. He's 6'10". He averaged 17 points, 7 rebounds a game. That's the top 5 picks in this year's draft. There could be some trades coming up. A lot of teams, they're picking for other teams, even though they have the draft pick. They're going to be wearing the wrong hats because they're going to go somewhere else. So we'll see how the trades, how crazy things are going to get by the end of the night. And then, of course, later on through the week, because we've already seen some trades as soon as the NBA season was over. So here we go. Another offseason is officially underway. Give that guy a man.
Hold on. Where's these damn commercials?
The Celtics are not done with the trades. Now they're going to send Kristaps Porzingis to the Atlanta Hawks. They're also going to have to send a second-round pick to make this happen. Terrence Mann and the Hawks' number 22 pick, that's going to the Brooklyn Nets. And then a second-rounder and George Niang going back to the Celtics. This is another money move for the Celtics, and now they are out of the salary cap's second apron. But see, unlike the other trade, Simons was actually a good player. So trading Drew for Simons, that wasn't really that bad because he's an offensive player. It's just a different tactic. You're getting rid of the team that gave you the championship. But this trade, they didn't really get anybody back for Porzingis, somebody that can actually play that role, even if it's slightly different. So this trade doesn't really look as good as the first one. This is just strictly money. And now they have this hole at the center position. They still have Al Horford. But when you've got Al Horford and Porzingis, that's the rotation. That's a championship rotation. And the problem for the Celtics, they might not even be done trading. They still might make some more trades. So who knows what this team is going to look like. This is crazy. Celtics fans, get in the comment section. Porzingis to the Hawks is actually kind of interesting because the Hawks, they have a good team. They're kind of like hanging around in the standings. But Porzingis, a healthy Porzingis playing with Trae Young, I kind of like that. I think that's going to be very fun to watch. Maybe they can elevate a little bit in the standings this season. We'll have to watch it happen. Hawks fans, get in the comment section. Are you excited about this deal? There was another trade that happened earlier today. The Pelicans are trading C.J. McCollum, Kelly Olynyk, and a future second-round pick to the Washington Wizards for Jordan Poole, Saddiq Bey, and the 40th pick in the draft. Wow, this was a good trade for the Pelicans. They're getting younger. Now, the Wizards, it's funny because people are trying to cap and act like this is a good trade for them because now they have some veterans on the team. They already got Chris Middleton. Now they got McCollum. Nah, that team does not look dangerous at all. The Wizards, they do not. It's just like teams are like, hey, somebody needs to take this guy. They say, okay, we'll volunteer. We'll add him to the collection. That's what's going on. I don't know. Wizards fans, get in the comment section. What do you think about this trade? I think it's bad for them, but hey, we'll see what happens. And you never know. There might be even more trades tonight. Tomorrow is the NBA draft, so expect some more moves. Maybe teams are trying to move up or down. It could get interesting. Give that guy a map. Merch is now available at chrissmooth.com. Shipping world. Wow, the Celtics are breaking up their championship team. They are going to trade Drew Holiday to the Portland Trailblazers for Anthony Simons and 2 second-round picks. This trade is all about the money. They're going to save $40 million. It's not the worst trade in the world. Obviously, Drew Holiday is the better player, and he's the championship caliber player. You want to win a championship, you have him out there playing defense and doing all of that, your team is tough to beat. Simons is still good, though. He's a scorer. He's not a defender, so they're going to add some more scoring. But that's the problem with them changing ownership. We don't know what that new owner wants to do. Does he want to keep winning or does he want to make money? Some owners in the NBA, they want to make money because this is a business. So you want to be racking in the money. You want to increase your wealth. We just saw that the Lakers, they were sold. So hopefully for Lakers fans, they're actually going to be trying to win more championships, and they're not going to be about the money. But if they're about the money, that would be kind of funny, too, to see what they do to their roster to try to save money. Celtics fans, get in the comment section, because with this trade of Drew Holiday, they're signaling they're not done. They're going to be making other moves. And then remember, Jason Tatum, he's got that injury, so he's probably not even playing next season. Who knows how crazy the Celtics are going to get with all the other players. There's been so many rumors during the regular season about how they're going to get rid of this guy and that guy. But everyone was just like, that's not really a big deal. That's not going to happen. Because we all thought that the Celtics were going to win the championship again. But now that they didn't win, and they have a new owner, and he's already making a move, this could get crazy. And then let's hear from Lakers fans. What do you think the Lakers are going to do with their new owner? Are they going to get cheap? Or are they going to go deep? Maybe they're going to go deep. Because that owner, he owns the Dodgers, and he's going crazy with them, trying to win. So maybe on the other side, for the Lakers in the West Coast, maybe the West Coast is the best coast. Maybe they're going to just spend whatever it takes to win. I guess we'll see what happens. But I know that Celtics fans are going to be sad that Drew is out of there. They're going to save money, but man, he's the kind of player that every championship team needs. You need somebody like that to do the dirty work. There's not that many that play the point guard position that have that kind of defense, that kind of strength. There's not that many in the league, and he's got championship experience. That's tough. It's sad to see him go from the Celtics, but hey, maybe people like Simons because he's young. Let's see what the comment section says about this one.
Want to know how to hit 28 miles per hour on the electric XP4? Let me show you. Push these down to get to the settings menu. Then go down.
Kevin Durant has been traded. He's going to the Houston Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the number 10 pick in this year's draft, and 5 second-round picks. Wow. So I actually really like the trade for the Rockets. They didn't give up that much. They gave up one defender, Dylan Brooks. They did give up a young star, Jalen Green, 1 first-round pick. Second-round picks aren't that big of a deal. But Jalen Green, remember, he got benched in the playoffs because he didn't perform in the clutch. He had some very bad games down the stretch. They didn't trust him, and they needed somebody to get him buckets. Fred VanVleet became their closer. And Fred VanVleet, he's a great player. I mean, he did show up in the clutch, but if he's your number 1 closer, you're probably not winning a championship. Now you add Kevin Durant to close out the games. Now we're talking. Kevin Durant, he's 36 years old. He's going to be 37 going into the season. This isn't that young Durant, but he can still give you buckets, and the Rockets have an elite defense. They only got rid of 1 defender, so the rest of that defensive core is still there. They still got good bigs. They got good rebounding. The problem on the Suns, that team had no defense, no chemistry, a weird build with Bradley Beal. The team just didn't make any sense. You put a defense around them, that's why if Kevin Durant would have gone to the Heat, that would have worked out as well. Him getting buckets, remember, he was getting buckets in the Olympics. He could still give you those buckets you need in the clutch. So I like it for the Rockets. For the Suns, they get a young star. Who knows if they're going to rebuild all the way, if they're going to trade Booker as well. We don't know. But they get a bunch of draft picks, second-round draft picks. They get a first as well. It's okay for them. You'd love to see some more first-round picks for a star like Kevin Durant. Obviously, he's older. But we just saw Desmond Bane get 4 first-round picks, and he is not on the level of Kevin Durant, even though he is younger. So 1 first-round pick, they got some seconds. They did get a young star, though. They got Jalen Green. They got to work and develop him. But I like it for the Rockets. I think it's a good move. They want to win right now. It makes them better. It's going to be exciting. Because if they had Kevin Durant, they beat the Warriors if they had Durant on that team last season. No question about it. They would have advanced out of that series. We've got a trade happening in the middle of the NBA Finals. And this is an interesting one. The Grizzlies, they're going to trade Desmond Bane to the Orlando Magic for Caldwell Pope, Cole Anthony, and 4 unprotected first-round picks, including a first-round pick in this draft, 2025, the number 16 pick. Wow, Desmond Bane is commanding 4 first-round picks. That makes the Miami Heat look silly out here when they made the trade for Jimmy. Whew. Another team getting those first round picks. So the Grizzlies, a few seasons ago, they looked like they were going to be a problem. Maybe they could even have a dynasty popping up. But then they had all the drama, off-court drama. They fired their coach, and they just were not as good as they've been. Something is not right. So them making a trade, it makes sense for them to try to figure this out. And they added two good players. Cole Anthony, he's been playing great for the Magic. Pope, Caldwell Pope, he helped the Nuggets get the championship. Very underrated player, good defender, good offensive player. It's a good trade for them because they also got a bunch of draft picks too. And Desmond Bain, he never quite went to the next level. He got good, but he didn't really go superstar level. It looks like a good trade for them because they also got all those first round picks. For the Magic, you saw the turnaround they made this season, starting from last season. They're trying to make some noise in the East, and they're hoping that Desmond Bain, he's going to slot in with that team. But it is a little bit weird because Cole Anthony was balling for the Magic. So it's like, okay, you're switching him out and Pope for Desmond Bain, all those draft picks. Maybe it's going to work out really well. Maybe Desmond Bain in that environment on that team, maybe his game will open up more. Probably will because he had a lot of attention on him on the Grizzlies because they don't really have all the players that the Magic do to relieve the pressure. Yeah, you got John Morant, you've got JJJ, but that Magic team, you got to worry about Paulo, you got to worry about Franz. So his game is going to open up. He might be able to thrive better there because Paulo and Franz, they both play on the perimeter and they are tall players. So normally you would put a good defender on Desmond Bain, but when you play the Magic, you need those players to guard those two because they both shoot threes, they both post up, so you got to have a versatile defender on those two guys. That means Desmond Bain's going to be roaming around free. That's probably why they made the trade. They're thinking it's going to work out and it's going to be crazy. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments section. We got to hear from Magic fans. We got to hear from Grizzlies fans. What do you think about this trade? This is pretty exciting because we've got rumors right now. Kevin Durant, he's going to get moved. Could be the Heat, could be the Spurs, could be the Rockets. We'll see which team gives the best offer. But the trades are already flying, and it's not even the off season yet. Wow. Give that guy a man. Hey, I got her a little something.
Hold on.
A little something, Dad?
Hi.
That did not take long. Tom Thibodeau being let go by the Knicks after 5 seasons. He joined in 2020, and he helped turn this franchise around because no star players really wanted to go there. Remember, Kevin Durant, Kyrie, when they were free agents, the Knicks were not even an option. That's why they went to the Nets. They hated the Knicks. Nobody wanted to go New York Knicks. But all of that has changed. They got Randall. Then they also made the trade for Brunson. And they did have some success. They made the playoffs 4 of the 5 seasons.
Hold on. I don't see anything else besides the games here. Wait, is that it? I'm trying to read my notes here. I want to hear more of these.
When he was the head coach. And then, of course, this season they get to the conference finals for the first time in 25 years. But the loss in the conference finals, it was a pretty bad loss. It was embarrassing. It was the worst playoff loss that we've ever seen in NBA history. I've never seen a team up that much at the end of a game and then lose. They let Halliburton do the Reggie Miller choke. Come on now, that was a breakdown for the ages. Then, of course, in this series, he made a lot of mistakes. He really did. He had to start changing his rotation late in the series. He was getting out-coached. It was terrible. And then in the closeout game, their defense was atrocious. They were giving up layups. They were giving up fast break points after they scored. They would score a bucket, and then the Pacers would run down the court and score in 5 seconds. I've never seen that either. So why were they doing that? Were they tired? Were they gassed? Did they just give up? I don't know, but somebody's got to be to blame, and you know that NBA teams, they never blame the players. Even though Brunson, he was in foul trouble in this series, he had a lot of silly fouls. Karl Anthony Towns is horrible. He always is making dumb fouls. He's fouling people at the half-court line. This happens every game. But somebody's got to stop that. Somebody's got to tell him, hey, stop fouling like that. So obviously the coach, if you know you have a guy who does that, why don't you coach him to not do that? All of the moves that they made when they went to go get Bridges and they got Karl Anthony Towns, right? They lost a lot of draft picks and it didn't work out. So somebody's got to get blamed because you didn't put this team together to make it to the conference finals. You put it together to win a championship, to get New York back on top, and you're not even close. You're going to get eliminated in embarrassing fashion. So you're going to have to make a change. And they think that the roster's okay. It's a coaching change that they need to go to the next level. And you never know. Sometimes it is the coach that you bring in a new coach and then it does change. You actually go to the next level. Because you look at the roster, they're supposed to be better than they were. All season long, they couldn't beat any of the good teams. That was the narrative. They did get rid of the Celtics. That was impressive. But then how come you're having issues with the Pacers? Come on now. How are you losing game 1 and game 2 at home? How many teams in NBA history have done that want to win a championship? Should he have been fired, Knicks fans? Good news for Bucks fans. Damian Lillard, he's been cleared of the blood clot in a little over 3 weeks. And doctors are saying this is one of the fastest recoveries they've ever seen. They've never seen this happen that fast before. They're giving credit to the early detection and treatment because even before they knew he had a blood clot, they had specialists working on him, trying to improve him. They didn't know what it was, but they were letting the medicine fly. So he will be attempting to make a comeback. He's not going to be playing on Saturday because that would be a little bit too fast to come back. He has to get back into basketball shape. He's got to get some practice in. So now it is a race to stay alive. The Bucks, they're going to be playing the Pacers in the first round. That is a tough matchup. You need Lillard to take them down. But maybe Giannis can backpack enough to extend that series. You got to get some wins. You got to make that thing go 5, 6, maybe 7 games. You got to hope that Lillard comes back before you get eliminated. Giannis needs at least a couple of games of being great, imposing his will, dominating and backpacking so that they do not get eliminated before Lillard can get back on the court. He's got to resume his workouts. He's got to get back into the flow of things, so he's going to need, I don't know how much time he's going to need, but we'll see if the Bucks can delay. Because it would be a shame if they do get eliminated like that. Bucks fans, get in the comment section. Pacers fans, get in the comment section. You got to try to sweep, baby. You got to come out here. You can't be waiting around. The longer you wait, the more dangerous this series becomes. Let's see if they have the sense of urgency to take care of business early. MyCareer are now available.
If you have tried multiple oral antidepressants,
the Nuggets needed this win against the Rockets to avoid the play-in tournament, but the Rockets actually played their starters. They already locked up the second seed. It's guaranteed, but they gave it a go in this one. So maybe they were looking at the standings. Maybe they're trying to get a different matchup in the first round, or maybe they're trying to set it up for the second round, who they would play, who's on what side of the bracket. I don't know what they saw, but they gave it a go. Nuggets take care of business, though. They're going to get the dub, and then the Rockets, in the second half, they're going to rest their starters because they didn't really need to go out here and play. What a slam for Brown on the break. The Nuggets secured the 4th seed. They're going to be taking on the Clippers in the first round. They are bitter rivals. Remember that 3-1 lead that the Clippers blew? They're going to try to get some payback. So we'll see what happens. Now we've got the Lakers taking on the Timberwolves in the first round. And the surprise of the night is the Golden State Warriors dropping down into the play-in tournament. That's tough. That Western Conference bracket is just hilarious to look at. T-Wolves took care of their matchup as well. They had the Jazz big night from Anthony Edwards. He went for 40 plus. Let me know in the comments section, what do you think is going to happen in the first round? Are the Lakers getting rid of the T-Wolves? Will the Nuggets beat the Clippers? The Nuggets haven't been playing that well, but you never know. Maybe they do something in a series. Look at that crossover move. Murray lays it in. Big victory for the Nuggets. What a season. What a way to end the season for them. Give that. Why not let the college hoops fly? The Florida Gators are national champions 2025. What a tournament run for Florida. All of the games were like this. All of them came down to the wire. That's a murder. What a poster to get us started. And Houston, they were hooping. Shout out to them for taking down Duke so Florida could get this championship. Look at these plays, though. That first half, they were ready to go. Dance move, step back move, splash. Clayton didn't score any points in the first half. He was incredibly clutch in the entire tournament. He had back-to-back games scoring 30 plus. He saved them in the clutch in many games. And tonight he does show up when it matters the most. He makes the biggest play of the night on the final possession. Clayton is a straight hooper. He is very unselfish, very clutch. You got to draft him. But where do you draft him? Let me know in the comments section. If your team has the draft pick, are you going flag or are you going Clayton? Whose game translates better to the NBA? Clayton, you know, mentally, he's there. Because in this tournament, he never got scared. He never got thrown off his game. He never complained. Like even tonight when he wasn't scoring, he just kept playing. Look at that. They finally get him a good look, and he knocks it down in the clutch when they need him the most. Houston starts making some new moves in the clutch. The ending of this game is so heartbreaking. That's what I love about college basketball. The players actually care. They really do. There's so much emotion. There's the first mistake. Sharp was getting double teamed, tried to force the drive, got triple teamed, got stripped, goes off his knee. Look at this pass. That could have been bad. But Denzel does track it down. He's going to miss a free throw, though. Door is wide open. And Houston, you got to give them credit. They're going to go for the win. They're going for three, baby. In the clutch, this final possession is ridiculous. That's a new move. Give that guy a manual. What are you doing? Look at the coach's face. He can't believe it. Wow, look at Clayton. He kind of waits, he's delayed, and then look at that. Look at all of that space. He makes this closeout, but Sharp, you got to either shoot that pump fake. You can't do what you did. I've never seen that. I've never seen an ending like this. This is ridiculous. And the way he contests the shot, it wouldn't have been a foul. Look, he jumps out of the way to make sure that Clayton B-ball IQ. That is an all-time new move in the clutch. That's tough. That's a heartbreaker. That's a tear-jerker for Houston. And you see all the players. It's devastating. College basketball, this tournament was incredible to watch. It really was. I might have to let more college hoops fly. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Them Gator boys stay hot. Al Horford was in the building to watch this one too, baby.
Man, well, I think that's all. Now I can go back to my commentary. Almost done with the video, about to be 30 minutes. Got a triple-double. We sweep the Celtics. Celtics couldn't keep up. And for Celtics, we're dealing with some injury. Terry Rozier still hurt. Marcus Smart is still hurt. I don't think we've seen him play. I can. Oh wait.
And just miss after miss right now. Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted.
I want to shoot a three.
It's going to be on to the next round for Philadelphia. This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
What the hell are y'all doing? Wait, what? Alright, whatever. Well, I'm about to end the video anyways. Only like 1 minute left. Want to like score 50 points, but at least I got a triple double. So they got destroyed. Oh, look at that. That was a nice shot. They won't score 100. I probably should end the game because, you know, there could be a cutscene. How you going to judge this hand?
Face up the screen. Young dishes to Fred. Just 4 to shoot. Henderson kicks to Fred. Young's shot is off.
You know what? Well, the game's already over, so I'll just let the time run out.
He kicks it to Uredko. A 15-footer, and it's good. The back of the rim and in.
Well, see if I can go with 50 points.
He was dead right from the start. He had no chance of stopping him from getting a clean look on that play. Back to Young. As they do it, they'll move on to round 2. What a performance to the entire
Damn, crowded booing. Man, look at that score. 47 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists, 5 steals, 2 blocks, 25, 11 rebounds. Terry Rozier. Marcus Martins, but he still had that groin injury. He was the only one that didn't play. Wow. 47, 16. Justice had an okay game. Almost a double-double. Devin played pretty good. Damn. I could have gotten fouled out, but I was staying in there so I can get this triple-double. All right.
Well, that'll do it for now. Thank you for joining us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Olin, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. What's up, Steve?
What's going on, Prez? Guys back in the studio want to talk to you.
Perfect. The 2K Sports post-game show. Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Fred.
Hey, this is Shaq. A triple-double, and you were everywhere tonight. Did you ever sense this would be a big game for you coming in?
I mean, look, man, I just know the more I can get involved in players on both.
And that'll do it for our coach.
I'm gonna end the video. Oh, they're cutscene? There a cutscene or something gonna happen?
Okay, top 5 players of all time.
Come on, Fred.
Oh, man, I got to think about that. Pistol Pete Maravich. Okay.
All right,
Give me Dominique Wilkins.
Okay.
Tim Duncan down low.
Okay.
Then I got to have MJ on the team. And my boy Jeff Winston.
All right.
Okay. Jeff Winston.
I know Jeff Winston is. He's in your top 5.
One of the best shooters of all time. One of the most underrated shooters of all time.
All right. Okay.
Spend some time in Utah.
I throw a coat. Hey, man, what y'all putting in that orange stick?
Like you, Jeff. Me? I'm going MJ. LeBron. Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp.
Hey, man, Sean Kemp put Sean Kemp in his top 5.
Sean Kemp can play deep, bro.
Sean Kemp
can play deep. it's a personal favorite of mine. Explain why Sean Kemp over. I mean, I just everybody. I'm actually he was dominant. He had attitude. He didn't care. He was disrespectful before. I like the attitude. You could have put Charles Barkley or Dennis Rodman. I happen to be a Seattle Supersonics fan. Then, you should be able to kind of, agree with me on that. I agree, but I'm not keeping Sean Kemp. Yeah, Ray Allen. Yeah, Gary Payton. This is true. I'll keep Rashad Lewis over Sean Kemp. Downtown Freddie Brown. Downtown Freddie Brown. Y'all like that? So who's your favorite? Yeah. I'm gonna go AI. Okay. Kobe. Oscar Robinson. Okay. And Marshawn Irons Prime. You don't even know. No, you cut hair. I'll watch. Fifth, I'm gonna close out Sean. I'm too Shaq. That's solid. Alright, okay. I got MJ. I got Kareem. Okay. Alright, I got.
Is that the only cussing? Because we already seen those barbershop scenes, just them making jokes. They're talking about basketball, talking about some NBA legends. If that's the only cuss scene, then well, I might want to skip it because it's the same thing that we saw last time. Might want to stop the video. Wow, look at this. There's the NBA playoffs. The Warriors, Portland, the Spurs, and the Rockets. Now that's a good matchup. Cavaliers and the Hawks. And now we're going to take on the Detroit Pistons. There's no other endorsement, just us practicing, so I'll stop the video. Till next time, I'll see y'all later.